Has he started yet? No, not yet. Why do you ask, Twilight? Oh, I was just reading some more of the story and I see where this is going. Trixie sees. So what do you want her to do about it? Well, I was just wondering if you want to speed things up and get to the comic that we all know is coming. You mean go ahead and tell Legendbringer what's about to happen? Yes. You realize that will unleash the fireworks. Oh yeah, he's going to lose it. And we all know that's what the fans are here for. They're here for fanfics. They're here for his rage. And they're also here to see if he will read a comic book story. And we all know that's what they all want. So let's speed things up, shall we? Trixie is okay with this. Be right back. Alright, Yeti, ready? Ready? Legendbringer. Trix, what are you coming into the booth for? Oh, Trixie just wants to tell you what happens in the next chapter. Trix, we all know how this goes. Reality Check can usually at least give me 5 or 6... That's it! Comic book time! But first, as always, we review the chapter instead. So, why is this chapter making my blood boil, and why are you about to listen to a really good comic in a bit? Quite simply put, this whole entire thing starts off with us finding out that Twilight got signed into a marriage contract to Prince Blueblood. That's right, we're bringing out that old adage. Hate to tell you this, people, but if it didn't work inside the comic, it didn't work in some other material, it's not working here. This is utterly bullshit and pointless to the whole material. And we see why later on. Because, as we discover later on, the whole reason for this is because Nightlight got drunk at a party in Lord Blueblood, Prince Blueblood, real creative name there, Reality Check, forced Nightlight to sign it whilst Nightlight was drunk. Wow, what a way to represent Twilight's parents, buddy. Make them not only useless, but make them utterly stupid. And apparently this marriage contract, according to Lord Blueblood, is in fact legally binding forevers and evers because some ancient rules before even Celestia was born. 1. Why didn't Celestia annul those laws? 2. Why didn't Luna? 3. Why didn't Celestia and Luna? 4. Why didn't anybody come up with that? 5. Why is this even a thing? 6. Who even came up with this? And Lord Blueblood tries to pull off the old bullshit of, oh, you have to, and you'll sire me a son, and yada yada yada, bullcrap, 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 nobody cares. Hate to tell you this, but, you already write why this is pointless by having Twilight annul it. It does shown that all this is pointless, because Celestia doesn't honor it. As a matter of fact, later on in the story, she gets mad about it, pointing out that if Lord Blueblood tries anything like this again, he's going to die for it. Why was this even here? This adds nothing to the story, it develops nothing, and it does nothing for the characters, other than make Twilight look like she's more of a prize to be won. You just threw this thing in for no reason. But oh, wait, maybe there is a reason. For Inkspot! Oh god, Inkspot. AKA the world's most poorly designed OC! Somebody who makes Flash freaking Sentry look like he's a well-developed, well-secure character. Inkspot is not. But he proposes to Twilight, so I guess we're happy about this. Well, I'm not. Thanks for wasting our freaking time with this freaking chapter. Quite frankly, I did not care, nor do I think this was worth it. And we all know why this is. We all know why this happened. And so Reality Check could write dark and troubling nobility lines that, quite frankly, crashed and burned in the Looniverse. Interestingly enough, though, I think he pretty much called out the Looniverse on doing the same thing, and here he is again, distracting us with more nobility shit. Wow. How hypocritical. I mean, that's to be expected, but very hypocritical of you. But here we are. Apparently the nobility get upset about all this, because, as we all know, this is the type of thing we need in our pony fix. Who cares about the magic and the adventure and all the cool stuff we could be doing? We need to talk bad about nobility and why being rich and noble sucks. Because as we all know, people like Reality Check like writing this type of stuff because they want it to be that bad. They want the world to suck as much as they hope it does, so that way they can continue to wallow in their dark ideology. So that way they continue to be dark and grimy and grumpy and rage against the world. Ooh, I hate the world. Ooh. And all you're into sitting back is thinking, I don't want to hear any of this shit. And quite frankly, I really don't want to. It's like how people always pick on Batman for being rich and want to try to make him as dark and bad as they want to be. They have him go, oh, he's a creeper. Ooh, listen to how he describes things. And, oh, he's an idiot because he always talks about his secret identity. For some odd reason. And he always talks about a sad backstory. No, he doesn't. So that way, I can be justified. So they can feel like they're justified in their hatred of Batman. It's the same thing here. Reality Check doesn't like the idea of Twilight being more powerful than everybody else, so he's trying his best to justify hatred of nobility by making up the stupid plot point. And yes, dear children, the next chapter does have a couple of nobles complaining about Twilight getting married to Inkspot because he ignored a marriage contract, even though we never saw anything that like a pony. Quit making crap up, people! So, to make up for this stupidity, I will now read you all a Marvel story. One I hope you all enjoy. As a matter of fact, I think I have somebody who can help me out with the opening narration. Let's see, saying Planeswalker Ring to Minnesota? Be right back, folks. Bloop! Bloop! Take it, my good man. With pleasure. Greetings, children! Let us begin with Marvel Zombies! It started with a flash in the sky and a ripple through the clouds. The hunger is what brought it here, and feed it did, until the Marvel heroes were no more. They were replaced by soulless monsters, driven only by an insatiable hunger for human flesh. After they ran out of food, Reed devised a plan to lure his counterpart from another dimension into a deadly trap. Thanks to Magneto, who had managed to stay unaffected, Reed's plan failed, leaving him and the rest of the Fantastic Four stranded in another dimension. Magneto has destroyed the machine that allowed a passage to that dimension, and is left to carry on with his life. He does not expect long. This is no world of Marvel heroes. This is the world of Marvel Zombies! Thanks, Duarte. I'll take it from here. No problem. Though, I have to ask, does me being a Zomboni give me permission to scare that little dragon that annoyed you yesterday? Go ahead. Chase him around for a bit. Will you do? The people I bring over with my Planeswalker ring, huh, folks? P.S. There are times when I wish I had fan artists who listen to the show. I would love to see if any of you guys would actually send over some fan art of Moarte chasing Spike around, scaring him. I would love that. All the while, of course, while I'm sitting in the booth during this reading. Magneto now lays down on the ground, staring up at the heroes before him. Interrupt. The machine has been destroyed. It ends here. Those monsters, they're trapped in this dimension. Before him, standing tall, are zombified versions of Spider-Man, Daredevil, Nova, Thor, Moon Knight, Luke Cage, Captain America, Ant-Man, Angel, and Wolverine. Yeah, we're trapped here all right, with you. Face it, Megs, there's no way out. You really want to go through the trouble of fighting us off when you could succumb to the inevitable give up? I know you're not looking forward to being devoured, but I give you my word. If you surrender, I'll make you die painlessly first. Screw that. I just want to hear this one squeal. The fight's after fun. Shake, Logan says, stringing out his claws. I've been waiting for this. Magneto continues to stare, knowing his days are numbered. Just submit, Daredevil continues. We can see you're about to pass out. You're a wreck, and this is only going to end badly. Why put yourself through one last struggle? Magneto, never one to give up, glares. There's plenty of fight left in me. Using his magnetism, he gathers together all the metal that he can surrounding him, forming it into a collision of weapons, and then sends them out in a machine gun firing, striking Thor, Nova, and Shang-Chi into the chest, along with several of the other soldiers. The barrage continues, striking everybody that he can with his metal bombardment. The problem being, since these are undead, it barely even phases them. Spider-Man swings into action, jumping in. You think you could get away from us? All it takes is one bite, it's all over. Captain America intercedes. You're only making this harder on yourself. Unfortunately, that was Spider-Man's last line of webbing. Webbing. Crap! Oh, good. Magneto says, staring at Cap's left arm. You brought the shield. Using his magnetism, he cuts off the top of Captain America's head, slicing his brains in half. Meanwhile, Spider-Man looks at the damage of his own body. Oh, jeez, broke my leg, like in half. Look what the punk did to me! Captain America says, pointing to his half-cut-off head. If we catch him, then when we catch him, I get double rations! Magneto pants, energy draining him as he continues to fight, lifting up his shield with his magnetism. It's his only weapon. He begins to stumble through the rooftops, walking, trying his best to get through. However, all that happens is that he manages to fall off a fire escape and down to the ground with a loud thump! Struggling to regain his balance, Magneto groans. Come on, Magnus. You are the most powerful mutant alive. Before, you were the only mutant alive. You can beat this! Holding himself against the wall, he continues to move. Need to find a place to heal. That's all you need. Come on. Come on. Above him, Angel flies. A dead creature amongst the wasteland of the world. Next to him, Thor is also flying, using what's ever left of Mjolnir. They're watching the skies. I have to walk out of here. I need to. Unfortunately, at that moment, his communicator starts beeping on, and the inhabitants of Asteroid M, probably one of the last few remaining humans surviving, call. You. It can't be. When I lost contact with you, I thought you had... The attack damaged a lot of our systems, but we were able to fend them off, eventually. We were just able to re-establish our communication system moments ago, sir. I apologize for the loss of contact. You survived?
Not all of us survived. There are 12 of us here, but Asteroid M is very much attacked and very operational. I thought we had lost. I thought it was over. But if you're alive, there should be others. We have to organize, rebuild, plan. There must be done. So I sent a settle down to you? No. I'll come up to you. Somehow. Can't talk now,
Magneto says, hiding behind a car now.
You're on radio silence until you hear from me again. It's not safe here. Understood.
Using every bit he can, he manages to pull a little bit of a sewer cover away. Unfortunately, he's spotted by the zombified Hawkeye.
Here! Found him! It's mutant on the menu tonight!
He draws his bow and fires a shot. Magneto, in desperation, as the arrow plunges itself deep into his chest, uses the shield to cut off Hawkeye's head.
Ugh! I'll take that, Cap says, pulling the shield back. Keep it.
He then uses his magnetism to lift the shield and throw Captain America against the wall. Unfortunately for him, more zombies start approaching. Zombie Giant Man is the first to speak.
Why, Magneto? Why put yourself through all this? It is clear to me, mutant, that thou dost not know when thou art defeated.
Magneto, not caring about the insults thrown his way, uses his magnetism to pull out the arrow and sling it into Thor's throat.
I could say the same about you.
More items are being thrown. Car doors, whatever Magneto can gain his hands on. Girders, anything that's around him.
If I can only move them a little.
He even manages to throw a whole building upon the zombified heroes.
I think it's safe to say that you idiots underestimated me. What makes you think I'm an easy target? I am the master of magnetism, and we're surrounded by steel and concrete. I'll outlive you all. And you really think you can defeat me?
Unfortunately, those are his final combative words, as Wasp appears right behind him and plunges her teeth deep into his throat.
Ah!
Yeah, Giant Man says, stumbling over to the now dying Magneto.
I say it's a safe bet. Keep that piece in your mouth. We'll shrink down in a minute to share it.
Share? Ha! A piece this size could last me days if I shrink down.
Damn woman, get back aside!
Magneto, knowing that today is his final day on Earth, stares at all the zombified heroes and makes one defiant yell.
I hope you choke on me!
Gotta love that line from Day of the Dead.
Stop fighting over him. There's enough for all of us to have a peace.
Magneto feels his keep grabbed by Thor.
Mine!
But the Hulk manages to grab Captain America, grabs Magneto's leg,
ripping it off. No! Hulk is hungriest! Mutant Man is Hulk's food!
Unfortunately, that ends up just ripping his leg straight off.
Hulk's man broke. That's all you get, Hulk. You get a whole leg to yourself. You want to fight us? We're going to share the rest.
Hulk just acknowledges.
Okay.
And thus the feeding frenzy has begun. Teeth, gnashes, bites are shown as ligaments, intestines, body parts are flung aside. Gordon-Rent's body is being ripped asunder, as visceral as you could see it, as the large intestines and bodies and whatever else is inside Magneto is ripped apart. Any bits of him that are left standing are completely devoured by the ravenous creatures that once called themselves men. And soon enough, Magneto's body is no more. And the zombified heroes sit around, still full from their feeding.
Still hungry.
I might not be Hulk right now, but I'm just as affected as you. I taste as good as about as your own arm. Just wait until half of what you eat falls past that arrow in your throat. You'll find. Spidey is the next to speak up. Thanks for throwing some back to me, whoever did it. I couldn't get up there with my broken leg as it is. Bruce Banner sits down, his stomach overinflated with food that used to be Magneto. I wouldn't even get attempted, I guess. We have no clue how this works. Just look at me. I'm not exactly digesting any of this. I felt my stomach ripped as soon as I transformed back into Banner. I wouldn't even know if I would be digesting if my stomach hadn't burst. Giant Man adds his own commentary. We feel no pain, that's for sure. Your stomach certainly doesn't hurt you. Thor has an arrow through his neck, but otherwise fine. And Spider-Man is practically missing a leg. Daredevil, looking at the head in his hole in his chest, continues. What about me? I clearly don't have a heart, but I'm still fine. Near as I can tell, my only gripe is a little swelling in the ankles. Let me see that. Oh my, that's not swelling, Daredevil. Since your heart has stopped pumping blood, gravity is forcing you down to your lower extremities. Your legs are filled with blood. Well, that's gonna slow me down. Can't I just picture my legs and drying them if it's not pumping anyway? Not while you're sitting next to me, you can't. Luke Cage adds. Banner continues his conversation. So it's pretty clear our bodies aren't working at all like they used to, or even at all in some cases. My healing factor ain't doing squat, that's for sure. We're dead, but we're not dying. Simple as that. From the evidence we got here, I'm going to assume that as long as our brains are intact and functioning, we'll continue on this, although we do appear to be decomposing. Captain America comes back, holding his brains in his hand. I like to rethink that theory on the brain. I got evidence to the contrary. Colonel America, your brains are hanging out of your head. Not all of them. That proves nothing. The human body can continue to function after wounds like that, depending on what part of the brain that is. Did anyone find Hawkeye's head? That might make for a useful study. Spider-Man pulls off his mask, still horrified what's going on. Will you listen to us? Dear God, what have we become? Here we go again. I ate my wife, my aunt. Why did I do that? Spider-Man, please. There's not a person here at all who hadn't eaten a loved one, Giant Man says. All the Avengers had a piece of Jarvis. He almost didn't fight. It was horrific. We only have so long after we eat that our thoughts aren't clouded by the hunger. And I think we established there is no food. We should use this time to try and figure things out. I don't want to figure out anything. I just want to die. Well, you can't right now, so stop interrupting while we try to think. Guys, I think a bone is about to push through me. I can feel it. I don't want a hole in me. I can't get... Will you at least punch me or try to eat me or something before I turn into a Hulk before this happens? Thor, happy to oblige, rams the makeshift monitor outside Banner's head. No lurking. I feel no pain. I'm not turning. Okay, Luke Cage says. I'm not desensitized enough for that. I can feel it pumping through. I can feel it. Doesn't hurt, but I can feel it. Bruce says, as the bone does eventually stick itself right through Banner's stomach. Kinda gross, eh, kids? Wait, what was that? Luke Cage says, seeing a figure in the sky. Anyone else see that? That was a bone popping through Banner's stomach, making a hole big enough for a part of Magneto to fall out. We all saw that, Spider-Man adds. In fact, Thor is leaning over to eat some of that right now. No, you idiot. In the sky. I saw something fly by. I don't see anything, Cage, Giant Man says, looking up. What does he saw? In the heavens, Silver Surfer beams down, observing the horror. That's what I saw, jerk! Was that what I think it is? Silver Surfer continues to glare. Yeah, Giant Man says. More food. For this is just a thriller night. Time for some Marvel zombies tonight.